What have they seen in your house? We tend to think of our homes as something very private. And after all, that's why we build walls around it, because we want to protect our secrets and, of course, our valuables. However, from time to time, we do invite people so that we could share with them who we really are. And the prophet once asked his king the question after an official visit from Babylon. What have they seen in your house, King Hezekiah? What would our answer be if asked the same question?
This lesson brings some big questions, like what are our homes really about? What are we displaying? What are we bragging about? King Hezekiah was terminally ill. He pleaded with God and got miraculous healing. Important people were amazed by that and come to see him from really far. Unfortunately, he chose to brag about his own power and might and didn't mention anything about what God did for him. Hezekiah wasn't a bad person from what we can tell. He was just incapable to really appreciate the work of God for him. How about us and our families? This lesson challenges us to look at our own hearts and homes. What is our testimony?
In our encounter with people, as much as we try to be the one and the same person we are with everybody, we end up opening more or less with others, or we end up building closer or more distant relationships with others. Somehow, every relationship is different. Nevertheless, what the Bible invites us to be for everybody is to be followers of Christ, people who declare the blessings of the one who brought us out of the darkness into his wonderful light. Because we can choose to show off our car, for example, or to brag about our well-paying job, or to talk in and about our high-standard lifestyle. This week, we're testing our own motives. What's behind the walls of our own home?
Our homes are displaying real things. They reflect best what is really going on, not what we are pretending to be. It's difficult to fake it for a long time. It's not about some routines that we learn at church, but about how our faith defines our identity. And our relationships with our siblings have a lot to do with that.
I came to Christ thanks to my brother who first became a follower of Christ. Then me and my brother faced my parents, which after a long discussions and the conversations and a little bit of resentment at the beginning, also decided to follow Christ and were baptized. Somehow it starts from the family and is most revealed in the family. As a father myself now, I am commissioned to reach out to my daughter at any minute of the day to help her build her own relationship with Christ. It starts with the family, but it can and it will go beyond it.
We influence each other. We are weak and sinful people, and our anchor should not be on human authorities, but we do matter a lot to each other. We learn a lot about God through His work in the people around us. We also testify about Him and His character through His work in us. If one meets God in his or her life, but the spouse is not there yet, should one divorce? The lesson asked, or actually the Corinthians asked. What kind of testimony is that? What better way to testify about the love of God, about the difference that He makes, than to live it daily in our own families? Don't accept abuse, don't compromise, but show this humility, love, fidelity, kindness, service that only Jesus can produce in us.
Once I knew a man who told me, hey Tsetso, it matters what kind of food you feed your dogs, because the one you give meat or high-grade, high-quality food will be healthy, powerful, and strong. The other one will not. The same way is with us and our families. Who do we tend to spend time with? Do we surround ourselves with trying and growing in Christ families and people or not? It somehow naturally starts to project the same characteristics in our family relationships and values. Walking with Christ, following closely beside Him, transforms us into children of God. So it's all about the choices that we make in how we arrange our life that makes us who we are.
What our homes are reflecting is important. The atmosphere, the spirituality, what we project, how we support and inspire each other, how we deal with struggles, how we get up when we stumble, and how we let God make the difference. And in this is something that we want to share because it's powerful and because it becomes part of who we are.
Last but not least, the lesson encourages us to open our homes for other people and invite them to share our life with them. And I would say that for me personally, this is true Christianity when done with love for others. Because in moments like that, people are allowed by us to connect genuinely with what we are, with who we are, and they have the chance to experience together with us the Spirit of God that is deep inside of us. Because we stand vulnerable in our homes. And nothing works better, nothing works more than that to reveal Christ's grace and Christ's salvation. And that's why Peter encourages us to be hospitable to one another.
We have all these excuses why we can't do much. I'm very tired on Sabbath and need rest. We don't have much time too. But it's not so much about what we can or cannot do. It's more about, again, who we are. And what we do reflects that.
We'll be wrapping these quarterly studies next week with the lesson, Turning Hearts in the End Time.